Here you be looking. Here you be looking for me. All across the Delta. Lord, see here you be looking. Here you be looking for me. I'm gone across the Delta. Gone stepping.
Now at Owl's Nest Barbecue Supply, the Pit Barrel is back. The original size, the PBX, and the new Badger Barrel. The Badger Barrel does it all and more with a great price and great quality. Can you do this on your grill? I didn't think so. You can on the Badger. It's hot with an attitude to match. Pit barrels are easy to use. Get your Pit Barrel at Owl's Nest Barbecue Supply in Ottawa.
Hey, there we are. Steve Ray, Pete Bratton with you. Monday night on the Owl's Nest Barbecue Catch-Up Show. What's up, buddy?
Hey, man, just another good hot day. Hot day.
Looks like you've been mowing grass today.
I did.
I know.
My yard today. You did too.
I did. About a heat index down here, about 98 degrees. Welcome to the South, y'all. It's cranked up good. I love it. I love hot weather. Hey, want to remind everybody we're brought to you by the Owl's Nest Barbecue Supply Store. It's my place in Ottawa for all your grilling needs and all your smoker needs. That's where you need to come. What a weekend. What a Father's Day weekend we had, man. Appreciate everybody coming out. We just got blown away Saturday. It was so good to see everybody. Everybody buying their dad something like, you think my dad would like this, Steve? You think my dad would like that, Pete? Yeah, that's what your dad wants. They were good presents. People were picking out, Pete, they were picking out good stuff.
Yeah.
Rubs. They were picking out gloves, accessories, thermometers. We sold a ton of thermometers. People just couldn't believe how well the Butcher Barbecue instant thermometers worked.
A lot of new people in the store too.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of new people coming to the store.
Yeah, the word's getting out. So we appreciate you coming in. Hey, tonight we're going to talk about a couple things. We were supposed to have a special guest with us tonight, but I had to cancel, and we're going to talk about that in just a little bit. I was really disappointed in that, but I'm sure you've heard about it, but we'll talk about that too. And real quick, Pete, I want to get this in. Look at there. Jeff Maxwell. Happy birthday, Jeff.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Jeff is delving into his 60s now. He's approaching Social Security range. Not there quite yet, but he's approaching there. But Jeff, you have a great, I think his birthday was yesterday, from what I could tell on Facebook. And you have a great birthday. And one of our buddies. And always good to recognize our friends. And we're going to be talking about Pete. You ever had a pig's wing? Chicken wings. You got pig wings.
I saw them on there on the picture, but no, I've never had them.
I never even heard of them until about 8 weeks ago when somebody was talking about them, and I did a little research on them. And now all of a sudden they're everywhere. And Jonathan Edwards put some pictures out there, and we're going to show you where they come from, and we're also going to show you where a rump steak comes from a cow. Damon, our buddy from Germany, Damon, put a rump steak out there this week, and I really appreciate everybody. Jeff, Pete, not only are they putting out pictures, they're putting out pictures of weird stuff. Stuff we don't cook a lot of.
It might look weird, but it may taste fantastic. Some of that I'd really love to try, especially some of the stuff that he does in Germany. They definitely got they're in a different way of thinking when they cook
I think those rump steaks would be pretty good. And also tonight we're going to be taste testing on the show. Butcher Barbecue's new Butcher Barbecue rubs. Pete, hold them up, would you? Let's see. We got.
I'm gonna do one right here.
Okay, that one is Queen Bee Honey Rub. That's new. That's the Queen Bee. No, he's got a regular honey rub, which has been popular. There's a bacon honey rub. It's got bacon in it. How bad could that be? And let's see, what's the other one? 5 Alarm honey rub. Now we haven't tasted these yet, so we don't know if they're hot. There's the one you've been talking about all night.
I can smell it right now.
Garlic honey rub.
It just comes through the container. It's so strong.
It doesn't sound like it would go together, but I'll bet you if David put it together, I'll bet you it's going to go together.
It's pretty interesting.
We'll be tasting those. And of course, we're going to be showing you pictures from this week, all the Owl's Nest Barbecue Nation people that posted pictures, and we'll be going over those too. And we appreciate everybody doing that. Hey, we were going to have, I invited George Shea, and he accepted last week to come on the show this week and talk about Nathan's hot dogs. And if you don't know who George Shea is, I'm going to introduce you to George right now. Let's see. Here we are right there. Let's just introduce you to George Shea, and you'll get an idea who George is.
The number one eater in the world, I give you America itself, Joey Justa! Out here in the field. There will be a day that is the end. The collapse of time and all that stood within it. A day of nothing, of no one, of nowhere. But that day is not today.
How he runs contests, the excitement he brings to the fourth, and pretty much every Major League Eating contest I've ever been to. He's an artist, and I wouldn't be in competitive eating without him involved.
Ladies and gentlemen, the former champion of the world, here to take back what was once his, Joey Justa!
I'm lucky I'm eating good food on the 4th of July, but I could be eating nails. He gets me so excited, I could just chew through anything.
And she held him high, and the finger of power that destroys the unworthy descended. And it touched him on the forehead, and it anointed him the champion of the world, of now and of always, of the 4th of July, of the nation, of the free, under God! The 7-time Nathan's famous champion of the... They say that competitive eating is the battleground upon which God and Lucifer wage war for our souls, my friends, and they are right. For this is a battle of the ages, a battle of the titans, the early gods who come to Earth only once in only one location, and that is right here at the corner of Surf and Stillwell Avenues in Coney Island.
Where God and Lucifer come to do battle.
Wow.
That is George Shea. And George was going to be our guest tonight. But unfortunately, if you follow the world sport of championship eating, you know what happened last Tuesday when Joey Chestnut announced that he had signed a $1.2 million contract with Impossible Foods to endorse their products. And of course, the hot dog contest where Joey participates is run by George Shea and his brother Richard. They not only run it, I think they own it. And they have owned it since 1991. George Shea is an interesting guy. He's from Maine. I think he's 60 years old. I can't confirm that. He's within a year or two of 60, Pete. I read his bio, and he started as a freshman at Columbia University in 1982, and he majored in literature there. And of course, I graduated from UT in 1981. So we're about 4 years apart. I'm 65. So he's probably 61, something around there. Like I said, he's a graduate from Columbia University in New York. Literature is where he majored in, and that's where he gets his eloquent speeches that he makes when he introduces the people. Pete, I don't know if you ever watch it. It's something that I watch it every year. Do you watch the hot dog?
I've seen it one time before, only
Yeah.
once, but I'll say this. He brings so much excitement to it. I mean, out there, you think you're in a boxing match, not at a food eating contest.
Yeah, he his wife writes for she writes the scripts for WWE. I mean, these people are super promoters, and they are in that realm, in that entertainment sports business, and they are really really neat people. She used to be his wife used to be I think a producer for a soap opera. So they're no stranger to getting the word out. What I'm trying to say. And of course, George Shea is no stranger to getting the word out either. And I really wish he hadn't canceled. I don't know if he thought, we were going to do a hatchet job or anything like that. We're certainly we're not like that.
No.
And I'm really disappointed when his assistant Allison emailed me and said that he couldn't show up. Hopefully that what happened was the people from Joey Chestnut's camp. And I've got the latest news right here. Let's see. Joey Chestnut, as they said, is not welcome at this year's Nathan Famous hot dog eating contest. Major League Eating said, and that is George Shea is Major League Eating. He is the commissioner of Major League Eating. He is the owner of Major League Eating. He started it all. He's been going, Pete. They've been doing Nathan since 1979, and he's been going there since 1988. When he got out of college, he and his brother went to it. It was just a little teeny, just a nothing contest. I mean, it was a nothing contest. And he and his brother have taken it where now they have 35,000 people crammed the corner of Surf and Stillwell at Nathan's Hot Dogs for that hot dog eating contest. And they'll have like, 15 to 20 contestants. And
it looked like 18th hole when Scheffler's on it, or when somebody's on it getting ready to put their last putt and going crazy.
Yeah, that just didn't happen. That's George and Richard Shea. They're the ones that made that happen. So this guy, he shows up every year, and he does all these eloquent introductions, and they're fantastic. If you appreciate things like that, they're just great. He makes these guys feel good. He's funny. He can rap. You should hear him rap. I mean, he's up there with, Snoop Dogg. I'm not kidding. The guy can rap. I mean, he's so far out there. He's just an amazing guy. It says the beef started last year or this year when Chestnut's representatives approached Major League Eating with a list of demands. Are you kidding? Is that where we're at? Is that where we're at in this world?
Yeah, that's where
A guy that eats hot dogs for a living is a list of demands, including a higher appearance fee, which Major League Eating agreed to. They paid Joey Chestnut $200,000 last year to show up, and then they said they're giving me more this year. Okay, and then they said though that he also informed the company that he had signed several deals, including an endorsement with Impossible Foods, which launched a line of vegan hot dogs earlier this year. And George said that's when that's where the line was drawn. He said, according to George Shea, according to the New York Times, George Shea said it would be like back in the day of Michael Jordan coming to Nike, who made his Air Jordans, and saying, I'm just going to go rep Adidas too. Shea told the Times, he says, it just can't happen. So they're protecting the brand.
Of course.
They're protecting the brand. And, what is the other great organization that protects their brand? And they call it Protecting the Shield, the National Football League. They do everything they can protect their brand and protect their shield. And it sounds to me that's what George Shea and his brother are doing right now with this move with Joey Chestnut. So they told him that he couldn't come eat there as long as he's going to do that. I respect both sides. Joey Chestnut, $1.2 million, Pete. Wow. Now you're 40 years old. You're on the downside of your career probably of, I guess, of food eating. I can't eat as much as I used to. Can you?
No.
We're 60. We're in our 60s. But Joey Chestnut, Joey, soon you're going to be doing oatmeal. You're going to be doing oatmeal contest, buddy.
Well, he
Let
said,
me tell you, it gets tough the older you get.
he said on there that he would have never even got where he was at or be where he's at if it weren't for for the,
He said, yeah.
I mean, and then I'm thinking, well, you know what? A lot of truth to that, I'm sure, but to just walk out or do something like that. And again, money makes people do strange things, right? But
yeah, oh, sure it does.
I actually think it's going to hurt him big time with, he had a lot of fans out there that, he'll lose because of it.
Yeah. Everybody's chiming in. That's good. It's, let's see, they're talking about David's. They're talking about, those are our people. We're talking about Joey Chestnut. They're talking about David's honey rubs. And that's okay. That's okay. But, I just, this Impossible Meat thing, I've had it. I bought it. It tastes like crap. I'm just going to tell you, it ain't good. I had that thing at Burger King when they had the Impossible Burger. It doesn't taste like a Whopper. It just doesn't taste it. And people, what I don't understand, my daughter and her husband, they're vegetarians. They don't eat this stuff. Okay. Sarah came over and made dinner last night. She made fried rice with vegetables. It was delicious. I mean, it was out of this world good. So there's food out there that the people eat that are vegetarians and vegans. They're not, some of them eat it. They say it tastes just like meat. They're not interested in the taste of meat. That's what I don't get about this, Pete. That's what really confuses me about it. And most of the people think what Joey Chestnut does for a living is disgusting. Because it is disgusting.
A lot of the people that are going to be buying the hot dogs he just signed up with.
Yeah, and now here are the ingredients in the Impossible Meat beef hot dogs from plants: water, wheat, gluten. So how many people come in a day at the shop, Pete, and say, "Oh, I can't have gluten." We're looking at bottles every day. Got to be gluten free. This stuff filled with gluten. Sunflower oil, coconut oil, 2% or less of natural flavors, salt, methyl cellulose, spices, cultured dextrose, yeast extract, dextrose, garlic powder, dried vinegar, amino acids, lysine. You know what lysine is? You take lysine. I'd have to take lysine because I get cold sores in my mouth. That's what I take lysine for. I do. I take a lysine pill every day because I get those canker sores in my mouth and they're painful. And tryptophan. Now, what's tryptophan? You've heard of tryptophan. You're probably thinking, what is it? That's what turkey has in it. It's what makes you get sleepy. So if you eat these hot dogs, you're going to get sleepy. Cherry powder to promote color retention. Cultured celery powder, soy leg hemoglobin, natural applewood smoke flavors, vitamin E, tocopherols, xanthan gum. You know what xanthan gum is? Xanthan gum is what you put in milk and cheese. You put a little xanthan gum in there and it gets so thick you can't stir it. And that's probably what they put in the slurry when they put all this stuff together. Put a little xanthan gum in there to make that slurry so they can fill the molds with it. I guess I'm guessing at that because I don't know how it's made. Soy protein isolate, vitamins and minerals, zinc, vitamins B3, B1, B6, B2, and B12. Again, it does contain soy and wheat. That's a plant-based hot dog. Eat 62 of those, Joey Chestnut. I guarantee you can't eat 62 of those like you can a Nathan's hot dog. So what's in a hot dog, Steve? What's in a hot dog? What part of the cow are all beef hot dogs made from? Meat from the animal's head, feet, liver, fatty tissue, lower grade muscle, blood, and more can be included what is described as meat trimmings. Or the primary source of meat for hot dogs, if the ingredient list contains byproducts or variety meats, the meat may come from snout, lips, eyes, or brains. And that's it. They put a little water in there, a little salt in there. And at least you know what you're getting. You know, a hot dog, P, I've always said it's what they sweep up. After they trim the steak, trim the briskets, that's what they sweep up. That's the hot dog. But could you imagine eating an Impossible hot dog with all that crap in it?
No.
There's no way you could eat 62 of those, Joey Chestnut. Come back. Joey, come back. Work it out, George. Work it out with Joey. Maybe you can say, all right, Joey, you can rep Impossible Meats. And I know I'm not throwing down on Impossible Meats. You know, everybody has a right to make a living. Everybody has a right to market. Everybody has a right to get out there and make your money. But my God, Impossible Meats, they got more chemicals in this thing than Love Canal. I mean, this thing is a Frankenstein. No, it's not Frankenstein. That's Dr. Frankenstein. This is the monster that Dr. Frankenstein created.
But, you know, they're not a competitor to these hot dogs, to
Oh.
Nathan's. Nothing like that would ever compete with a Nathan's hot dog. I love a Nathan's hot dog. And if you've ever traveled a lot of airports have Nathan's places in them. I mean, they're so popular, and the hot dog is fantastic.
There, let's see. Brent Hilliard says, true, pork fat rolls, as the old saying went. That's right, Brent. And then Randy Barber says, 100% of all beef hot dogs is the only way to go. I agree. That's what we serve. That's what we serve down at the store, Randy, are all beef hot dogs. And they are good. Randy also says, if it's got bacon in it, how bad could it be? He's talking about the seasoning from David Bosky. He's right. But my goodness, we got to get together on this. I think if you want to say, you know, and I've read a dozen things on this, Pete. You know, Nathan's needs Joey Chestnut in this contest. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't, folks. You know, the hot dog eating contest doesn't need Joey Chestnut. It'd be nice if he was there. Would I watch it? Yeah, I'm going to watch it anyway. I'd watch it if there was, 10 guys there. It doesn't matter because I think the whole thing is pretty cool. But they don't need Joey Chestnut because Joey Chestnut needs them worse, I think. Steve Ray talking from a marketing standpoint. There's going to be somebody that replaces Joey Chestnut. Joey Chestnut replaced Kobayashi. Okay? Now, somebody's going to replace Joey Chestnut. I don't know who to do it. It might be that Stoney kid. There's somebody maybe from the cornfields of Iowa are going to come out, and he's going to be able to eat 75 hot dogs in buns. Somebody will come out of the woods.
Records are made to be broken.
Exactly. And they will be broken. So, be careful what you wish for. $1.2 million. I'm with you, Joey. I'm with you. I'm 65 at 40 years old. If somebody dangled 1.2 in front of me, I'd be thinking hard about it. But you got to remember, you didn't make it. You didn't make this contest. George Shea and his brother made this contest. And you were just a happy recipient of it. I mean, getting paid $200,000 large last year just to show up, and even more this year. That's a pretty good I love you letter, I think. Don't you think, Pete?
Oh, absolutely.
We love you, Joey. It's probably $250,000. Who knows? I have no idea. But that's why George couldn't be here with us tonight, because he's probably out here trying to work a deal. And hopefully they'll work a deal. And because I love watching Joey Chestnut eat. I mean, guy ate 35 Big Macs. He's eating he eats everything. It's incredible. It's just an incredible sport. Pete, back in the early 2000s, they had a crystal eating contest here before a UTC football game, and I went down there and watched Kobayashi was there, and I watched him down. I can't remember how many crystals in a short amount of time, and there was a bunch of other people there too. It was incredible. Is it gross and disgusting? Yeah, it gets. I mean, there's food and water and spit, saliva, and I mean, my God, it looks like the area between the tackle, the guard, and the center, and the two down linemen and the linebacker. That's what it looks like. That's what it smells like. It stinks. It's disgusting. It's where the war is, where the battle is. But that's what makes it so great. And that's why George isn't here, because he's trying to work a deal, trying to get Joey back in the fold. And I hope he does. But if he doesn't, don't worry about it, everybody. Watch it on July 4th on ESPN. George Shea got it on ESPN. He's the one that got it on ESPN. This guy's been at every Nathan's hot dog eating contest since 1988. Who else can say that? This guy lives it. He loves it. And it's not just Nathan's, Pete. He does contests all over the nation. And he introduces people the same way wherever he goes. He makes everybody feel special. Joey Chestnut said in that thing we played, I'd eat nails for George Shea. I would eat nails for George Shea. So, unless somebody told me to eat a hot dog that was created in a beaker somewhere. So that's why George isn't here. And that's why I'm very passionate about this, because I hope both sides can come to an agreement. I really do. I really, really do. But there will be, without Joey Chestnut there, if he's not there, I promise you, there will be 35,000 screaming hot dog eating fans there cheering on the next heir apparent, whoever that person may be.
And there will be, rest assured, there will be an heir apparent to him.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's move on. We said happy birthday to Jeff. Jeff, you're welcome. I saw that in the comments. You said thank you. You're so welcome. We appreciate everything you do for us. Okay. All right, Pete, let's talk about pig wings. Now, we're talking, hold up that bottle of, that shaker of David's bacon. That's the one I was going to say, bacon honey rub. You don't think that would taste good on this? Look at that. Those are pig wings. You've heard of chicken wings? Those are pig wings. And let me show you where that little deal comes from. That little pig wing comes from right there. Where the pig wings are. This cut is made from trimmed ham shanks, leaving just a single bone, the fibula or part of it, surrounded by the meat. So that's the fibula, and I guess that's the femur, and that's the ham. And I guess that's the meat that gets around that bone right there. And they apparently they butcher that and they package those. Have you ever seen them? I've never even seen them.
Never.
I don't even think Publix has ever had. Maybe I'm wrong. I've never looked for them
I've
either.
never seen them. You'd have to get something like that, I would think, at a meat market.
We need to get our hands on some of those because, good Lord, look at those things. Of course, Jonathan make a hot dog look good. You know what? He'd make a impossible hot dog look good. Look at those things, man. They're just juicy. And Damon, Thomas Damon over in Germany, he posted this picture, Pete. A rump steak. Now it looks like I don't know, maybe a fillet. What do you think?
Just looks like he cut it off.
Yeah,
Just took the
it was like
whole
a
lump
fillet.
and just cut it off in like little fillets and cooked them.
That's where it comes from, right there, in the rump. I thought that the back part would be the rump. Apparently, it's not. That's the rump right there. So that's where the rump steak comes from. I wonder if we call it something else. If anybody in the chat room knows, do we call it something else here in the States, but other than a rump steak?
I've heard of rump roast.
Yeah, I have too. Yeah, rump roast. I never thought about that. Hey, Tommy Eads listening to us. Hey, Tom, how you doing? One of the ambassadors from David Bosco and Butcher Barbecue. I bet Tom's already had those rubs, Pete. He's a good man. Tom's a good man. Let's see here. Let's get rid of that right there. Let's go back to here. We need a director, don't we? Okay. All right. Let's do it. Let's sample this products from David Bosco. now David, David's had a honey rub, and the honey rub has been our go-to for ribs. We put Growing Addiction and then honey rub on it. And the reason we do that, because in I think 2018, David won the Jack Daniels Invitational World Championship, and that's what he used on his ribs. So I figured, Pete, if it's good enough for David, it's good enough for us, right?
Exactly.
So let's see which one have you got there first? That is the
One we were just talking about.
the bacon honey rub. Now these are all, folks, these are brand new. Have you haven't got it yet?
Yeah.
All right. Got it. All right. All right. You go first. Bacon honey rub.
Good. Got a sweet, bacony
Mm-hmm.
flavor to it, but it's got that sweet,
Man, you can taste that bacon.
yeah. But a really good flavor.
Oh, that's good. That is good. The sweetness. Man, there's all kinds of sweetness in that. Well, I like that.
Yeah, that's a good rub. I like that.
This is David's brand new honey rub series, Butcher Barbecue's bacon honey rub. Just 2 years ago, David's honey rub won best rub on the planet at the Memphis in May competition. So don't think this is a Johnny come lately. The garlic honey rub.
I'm surprised you can't smell it right now.
All right. The garlic. Wow.
It's just too over.
What's that smell like? What's that smell like?
It's just too overbearing for me.
Think so?
It is strong, and I can't really put my finger on it, but there's something in there. It's very strong. I mean, it's got garlic, no doubt.
Boy, it does have garlic. But still, the garlic, to me, is the secondary taste. The sweetness of the honey rub comes out before it.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
It's got a great flavor. It's strong, real strong right at the beginning, but it's pretty overpowering with the garlic to me.
I wonder what that would go good on. Tom says the garlic honey is amazing.
Chicken wings, I would think it would be really good because I like a garlic chicken wing.
Do you?
Yeah,
Okay. I've never been I like garlic, but I've never been a big user in it. I don't even put garlic in my
I use garlic in everything. I like
Do you?
garlic. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Queen bee.
Okay. Queen bee. Now I wonder if this is just sweeter than the regular honey rub.
It is kind of sweet, but it's got some really good seasoning flavor in it. It almost tastes like it's got,
Let's see.
hold on just a second before you say it. It almost tastes like it's got some herbs like would be in a spaghetti sauce and
Oh. It says the absolute perfect balance of a sweet honey flavor blended with herbs. There you go, along with a hint of lemon zest.
yep.
David and his lemon zest. Of course, what does lemon zest do? It opens up the pores in your mouth so you can taste the food better. And he says you can use it on everything.
Kind of got an Italian seasoning flavor.
Really? Let's just try it. Ooh, I can see it. I can see the little herbs in it.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I can taste. It's almost
This is funky. Now this is a funky.
it's got a great flavor to it. I really like the flavor of that.
You could put that. Could you imagine putting that on like raviolis?
Oh yeah, meatballs.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that. Yeah, actually, that right there would even be good on some buttered bread. You know, toasted
Yeah.
bread.
That is a I'm gonna call that a sleeper flavor. You would not expect that in a honey type of rub. The different herbs and spices he's got in this thing.
It's almost like it's got an Italian seasoning blend in it.
It's supposed to got lemon zest in it too. I love this is so far. This is my favorite. I'm trying to see the ingredients. These things are so small. Sugar, dry honey, of course, spices, paprika, dehydrated garlic, lemon peel, natural flavors, blah, 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 and a little bit of something to prevent gluten free.
It actually tastes. I'll tell you what. I finally figured out it actually tastes like it's got a hint of rosemary in it.
Yeah. What is that? Dr. Barbecue. We've got that. That rub of his that sells real good. Is it Italian? That Italian rub that everybody buys. It's got everything but the kitchen sink in it. I like that. All right, what's left? The 5-alarm. Did you get some yet?
I did.
All right.
Got it in. Actually, so what was the last one? The queen.
The queen bee honey rub right there.
Yeah, that's my favorite. So
Yeah,
far.
mine too. Bacon rub was my second favorite. The bacon honey rub right there. Let me get my camera. There you go. Bacon honey rub. And the garlic honey rub is my third.
Get you a big scoop of this next one.
Let me wash it. Let me clean my palate with this special drink we have.
I really like this seasoning. But let me tell you something. It's got some heat.
Does it?
It does.
I'm such a wuss.
Especially the after effect. Is like I put a bunch in my hand and
I'm such a heat wuss. All right, here we go. Ooh,
and it gets hotter.
here it comes. Ooh. Perry Collins. Wow.
That's got a delayed action. I mean, I like that. I would use that.
Perry Collins, if you're looking for something to heat up your chicken wings, that's it. That is it. What an unusual flavor. I mean, that thing, it hits so light in the front, and then bam on the backside, man, it gets hot.
My next
I mean, not crazy hot. I mean, I would eat this. This isn't, this isn't Bam from what's that? The one
Texas gunpowder.
Yeah, or Texas gunpowder. Yeah, it's not that.
That is very good. It's got heat to it.
It's good. It's good.
But I'll tell you, several things that I can definitely use that in. One of them is when I make my queso dip. I think I'll try that instead of Holy Voodoo one time, just see what,
Yeah, I could live with that. I could live with that. Well, anyway, four new rubs from David Bosca, who just keeps us informed and entertained with the different products that he brings to market. And this is part of the honey series. And don't forget, he's got honey rubs. So he's got 5 different honey rub based rubs, and they're all available at the Owl's Nest Barbecue Supply in Ooltewah. So come on, try them. We've got them open up on the sample table. And wow, that thing is still hot.
So you know what? This put me in mind. I'm growing these bunches of jalapeno peppers. I got tons of them, and I cut a couple of them open today. And they're not really hot as I want them to be, but I'm thinking now that I can do my cheese mix, put them in there, sprinkle that on there, wrap it up in bacon, and it'll be fantastic.
Those look familiar.
Yes.
Yeah. Your peppers, and they got bigger than that.
Oh yeah, I've cut a bunch. I mean, there's probably 18 on that one plant right there.
Peppers.
Love some jalapeno.
I'm just not a fan. Let's see, Tom. Let's see, what did Jason say? Jason said to me, it was very garlic forward. I guess he's talking about the honey garlic. Let's see, which one is that? Yeah, the garlic honey row. Garlic forward. And Tom Ehid says the queen bee is great. It has great seasons. That on fish. I can see that.
Yes.
On salmon?
Yeah.
On salmon? Hell, even I'll eat a little salmon. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. I can even choke down salmon. I'm not a fish eater. All right, here we go. Let's go. We got to start here. Let's start. There's my buddy George Shea. I wish George were with us tonight. George, if you're watching, I'm sure you got more things to do than watch this silly little show. But we were really disappointed you had to cancel, and we hope that you will reconsider sometime and come back and see us. All right, we got a new contributor, Pete, to the Owl's Nest Barbecue Nation. That is Chet Blaze bacon wrapped. Those are cordon bleus chicken and cheese, and that looks just utterly fantastic. Those are the done pictures. Look at that. You don't think that's good right there, buddy?
And there's nothing bad with bacon.
No,
Nothing.
no.
I don't care what it is.
Here's you remember last week I had that picture of Jason's steak.
Yeah.
There's the doneness. Is that not perfect medium rare? And look at that thing. That thing is coast to coast perfect.
It is.
Look at that. It's the same color all the way through, all around the edges. That is a fantastic cook there, Jonathan. It's unbelievable. Jonathan did some ribs this week. Look at those candy coated ribs. Those are beautiful. That looks like it's got some apple habanero finishing glaze on it, doesn't it, Pete?
Yep.
Here's our featured meat of the night. Jonathan's pig wings, and they are from right here. We've been over this. If you're just joining us, that's where they're from. The back of the pig. There's the ham. No, it's not a pork butt. Everybody thinks that's where the pork butt is. It's not. That's where the ham is. All right. Michael Williams did some practice ribs. How about that? Looks like he's got his line up. I can't. What is that, Pete? Has he got the new?
Yeah, he's got the bacon and honey rub.
He's got the new.
Alarm,
he's got the new ones out there. That's good.
And then a premium rub. He's got 3 of the 4 new ones out there.
I think he used the new ones at that last contest that he did so well in.
Yep.
So
a couple of them.
Apparently that flavor's hitting. And there's our buddy Steve Davidson.
Money muscle.
Took the money muscles off of a bunch of pork butts that he sold to his church.
Looks good, Steve.
Yeah, it looks good. They look real good. Look at those ones on the left, especially. Nice smoke ring. Looks like they're nice and tender. Here's Thomas Damon's rump steak. Looks like that's sort of a, what is that? Squash? Look like a squash medley.
I see squash, yellow squash in the back. Looks like onions maybe. And some cheese and
looks good.
Looks very good.
Looks like it's good soul food there, right there. There's his rump steak when he was cooking it.
See, it almost looks like to me you took a rump roast and just sliced it.
Look how lean it is. There's no fat in it at all, hardly. So you have to be careful cooking that. Of course, that's where the rump comes from, the rump steak right there. Now this is good. This is good. This is how sick we are. Okay, this is how pathetic we are as a male species at barbecues right here, Pete. These are Jason Penley's new shoes.
I want a pair. I wear Hey Dudes all the time, and I love those. I'm just jealous he got them before I did.
Is that those shoes that you wear, those Hey Dudes?
Yeah.
Yeah, look at those things. They got
them.
They got the little grill. They got the little grill on it and some grilling tools and some tongs.
Look, I went online as soon as he posted this to see where I could find them. And there were several different kinds as well that are pretty unique, but I don't know how if you just tripped across them or whatever, but I love them. I'll have me a pair of those.
He's got them. I mean, he's got them.
I know, but I mean, just to find them or locate them, I found them now. I'm going to order me a pair of them.
But we created a monster. These are Jeff Maxwell's did some ribs this weekend. He's got some. What is that, Pete, back there? Can you see that? I'm too far from my computer. My honey rub, grilling addiction. It's a Head Country apple habanero
That's
there. Yeah. Sweet Chipotle. And if you're wondering what those metal things are, just going to hang those in his pit barrel.
Yes.
There's the meat. There we go. There's the ribs. And here is the Impossible hot dogs. I just want to get a picture of that in there. $7.99 for 6 hot dogs. $8 for 6 hot
So I wonder
dogs.
how many calories in a regular hot dog.
Probably about the same, about 120. I'd say about the same. But a regular hot dog tastes good.
Yeah, I love a beef frank.
It's this Impossible stuff. It's so gimmicky. It's so gimmicky. It's
Well, people, it's all about money, and people, grab it when they can get it when things are going well, and you know what? That's what they're after. The market. There is obviously a market for it, or at least they think there is.
and of course they want the people to talk about them. That's what we're doing. We're doing exactly what they want us to do, Joey. They want us to talk about you, and they want us to talk about Impossible hot dogs. That's
It's
what we're
over at the Seventh-day Adventist store over there by their school, and they have a whole selection in that store, which is a really nice store to go in and buy stuff. But they have a complete section, like 2 walls of nothing but the plant-based meat.
Yeah,
I guess you call it meat type products.
They don't sell meat.
They don't sell meat.
No, because they're Seventh-day Adventists.
Right. But they sell everything you can imagine in
Mhm.
a can that's plant-based, that's supposed to be,
Oh yeah.
that type.
Oh yeah. There it is. That's great. That's great. But to me, I want to eat it because it tastes. I'm a meat eater, and I'm going to eat this plant-based thing because it tastes just like meat. It just doesn't make any sense to me. And the people that are vegetarians and vegans, I don't think a lot of them, they might be entertained by Joey Chestnut. They might be entertained by people shoving food in their mouth for 10 minutes. But I think probably for a majority of them, they're not. And I know I asked my daughter, she's, shrugged her shoulder, never crossed her radar. So she's probably the greatest vegetarian I ever knew, because she is a true.
She should be. She's your daughter.
I know. Well, I'm just saying that. She lives this stuff. She was a vegan for a while, and she was down to ice cubes and water. Yeah. Vegan. That's a whole other. You can't eat anything that has a mother. That's the way you eat as a vegan. If it's got a mother, you can't eat it. Like eggs, can't eat it if you're a vegan. So, but you can eat it if you're a vegetarian.
So I think the reason they lose all that weight when they're vegans is because they can't find anything to eat and they're just going without.
Oh, that's right. They're using a lot of calories. They're using a lot of energy trying to scurry around to find ants. Well, they can't eat ants because ants got a mother. So they can't eat it.
The queen.
They can't even eat an insect. But George, if you did watch this, I hope that you will reconsider and join us after this controversy is over. And I hope that Major League Eating and Joey Chestnut can find a common ground to agree on, to maybe agree to disagree, and come together so Joey can compete July 4th. It's a great contest without you, Joey, but it's a great contest even more with you, Joey. So I hope you understand what I'm saying. We love you. We want you there. But if you're not there, we're still going to watch it. And don't forget that he's going to be going up against Kobayashi on Labor Day live on Netflix. A mano a mano eating contest. And I hope they eat those plant-based hot dogs. I hope that's what's on the menu. Because they may die. They both just may die right there live on Netflix. They may have they got all kinds of medical personnel people there. And they just may not make it. It may be the first public death shown on cable television. Who knows? I hope not. But I'm sure that won't happen. They'll probably be eating regular hot dogs. But anyway, that's all I got. Pete, what you got?
That's it, Steve. Hey, do like the new hot dog you've got, the big quarter pounder that's a little shorter,
Yeah.
fits the bun great.
Mm-hmm.
So anybody that hadn't come down to get those things are fantastic.
What he's talking about now, all of our hot dogs now are a quarter-pound hot dog that fit on just a little bit bigger bun than a regular bun, where I can get everything that you want on it, and you can still pick it up and eat it like a hot dog. Before, we were really struggling. When you got everything on it, you had to eat with a fork and knife, didn't you, Pete? You couldn't eat it like a hot
Yeah,
dog.
absolutely.
And I didn't like that. I wanted something that, you can load it up with chili and coleslaw and banana peppers, relish, onions.
Jalapenos.
Jalapenos, and still pick it up and eat it like a hot dog. And we've got that now. And we're open tomorrow at that from 11 until 2. And I've got 2 briskets on downstairs right now that we'll be going on and checking on as soon as we get off here.
And Steve, by the way, your brisket, been there 3 or 4 years hanging out with you and stuff, but the brisket that you're serving out of there is amazing. And congratulations to you on great weeks you've been having. Just have, kind of broke records on as much as you're selling and stuff. So good for you.
Well, I appreciate that, but food is good. I really take a lot of pride in those briskets, Pete. And I sweat over these things. And when I get one that I didn't hit just right, I worry about it. And I ask the people. I say, man, this one didn't come out just exactly like I wanted. And but the feedback I get's good, and I appreciate it very much. And thank you for everything you do for the station and for the store. All right, let's get out of here, Pete. We're going to show you one more time, everybody. We're going to do the George Shea compilation one more time, and then we'll get out of here. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you at the store, the Owl's Nest Barbecue Supply Store, 9043 Lee Highway, Ooltewah, Tennessee.
The number 1 eater in the world. I give you America itself, Joey Justa. Out here in the field. There will be a day that is the end. The collapse of time and all that stood within it. A day of nothing, of no one, of nowhere. But that day is not today.
How he runs contests, the excitement he brings to the fourth, and pretty much every Major League Eating contest I've ever been to. He's an artist, and I wouldn't be in competitive eating without him involved.
Ladies and gentlemen, the former champion of the world, here to take back what was once his, Joey Justa!
I'm lucky I'm eating good food on the 4th of July, but I could be eating nails. He gets me so excited, I could just chew through anything.
And she held him high, and the finger of power that destroys the unworthy descended. And it touched him on the forehead, and it anointed him the champion of the world, of now and of always, of the 4th of July, of the nation, of the free, under God. The 7-time Nathan's famous champion of the... They say that competitive eating is the battleground upon which God and Lucifer wage war for our souls, my friends, and they are right. For this is a battle of the ages, a battle of the titans, the early gods who come to Earth only once in only one location, and that is right here at the corner of Surf and Stillwell Avenues in Coney Island.
Well, it took me a while to recover from that.